I'm gonna give this a quick tutorial on beneath the ice wall climb. Um, some small things to kind of look out for. There are these two rocks here. And what you want to do is be against the wall where it stops you, where those two rocks kind of point at you. This is kind of important because you are close enough to where the jump refresh is. If you can see, if I rub against the wall, you can see me kind of stutter. And that is pretty much the angle and the line where the jump refresh is. I'll probably just put a visual as to where the lineup is. And the objective for this pretty much is to get a jump refresh from that height to get another jump refresh from the very top and make it to the top of this wall. This is a pretty difficult trick to go for. So my setup is pretty much just, if you are willing to go through this effort, this will probably be an enough setup for you to be a little bit more successful. So having these two rocks line up against the wall, what I like to do is just be between this end of the triangle shadow I'll show here, and just be a little bit to the left of it with your camera angle. It's not too strict. You don't really need to do this, but it will help learn a little bit more of this method I do. And you're going to do a walking slide jump, where because we're going down a slope, you're able to crouch while walking downwards and you'll start sliding. It's a very small window to go for, but once you start sliding, you're going to jump immediately, and you're going to wait until you're at the peak of your jump to jump and dash to the jump refresh spot. This is going to be one of the harder parts, jumping to this spot in particular, because it is significantly high. And this slide jump is pretty much the lowest slide jump there is for the different variations that there are. This is only just to get barely enough height to get to the jump refresh without having to set up too much, as long as you understand where the visuals are and where you're standing. So we're going to walking slide down and get that jump refresh to go up the wall. So I'll probably slow that down a little bit. So there's a certain spot in that wall that we're dashing towards, and because we're getting barely enough height, we can dash into it and jump straight out of that jump refresh and into the next one. It is a very small window. You do need at least 100 FPS to get this to work, because jump refreshes are FPS based, as we've kind of figured out a little bit into learning what FPS does in this game. So it might be a little difficult for those who have lower end hardware, but for the majority, the setup will pretty much help guarantee at least some height. If you don't get enough height, but you do land on the spot, I do recommend doing a double dash once you're on that jump refresh, because that just gives you a little bit more of a boost there, just in case you aren't confident on how high you were on the wall. I still recommend doing that for every attempt, just in case. But that is pretty much my setup. I hope this helps a little bit more, and more tutorials will be coming soon. Yeah.